Talk about how important it was to keep him out of the paint down the stretch of the game.
We were struggling with it in the first quarter. It seemed like every time we looked up, Tony Parker was in the paint, Duncan was in the paint. It's much easier said than done. With their three-point spacing, the way they move the ball, you just have to try to make as many plays, as many efforts every single possession, and more efforts than you're normally typically used to making.
Did you make it a point to keep the ball out of Tim Duncan's hands in the end?
No, I mean, we've been making a point of it for 2 games to try to keep him out of the paint, and sometimes it looks like that's not part of the game plan, but you know, they're a great team.
Mark, back right.
Coach, you just talk about aggressiveness and some of the plays down the stretch that Chris Bosh made.
Yeah, with us, look, he's arguably our most important player. We've said that now for 4 years, and it's not just because of that shot. That's what everybody notices, and if he's not getting the normal opportunities and he's not scoring or doesn't have big rebound numbers, it seems from the outside everybody's so critical about his game. But for us, he has a lot on his plate. As a two-way player on both ends of the court, he has to facilitate, he has to space the floor, and he has to find opportunities to be aggressive. It's a tough balance, but he's versatile enough and important enough for us that he's been able to find that.
What has been the key for you to keep his mind right and keep him ready for his opportunities?
He's stable. One of the most stable, mentally tough guys I've ever been around. That's why it raises the hair on the back of my neck when people question him. He's absolutely has championship DNA. It's that mental toughness that comes through because he understands he's going to be criticized from the outside because of how we ask him to play, which is paramount. That's critical for our success.
Jay?
What was your approach to managing LeBron's minutes tonight?
We talked about it beforehand. I said I wouldn't initially let him go the 12 minutes, and we'd go from there. So I'd take him out in the first quarter, I'd take him out in the third quarter, I'd give him an extra sub in the second if he needed it, and we would just communicate throughout the course of the game. He was able to play 37 and a half minutes, but you could tell that he was getting enough rest you know, during the course of the game, and with the timeouts, he seemed fresh at the end.
Chris on the left.
Hey, Coach Spoelstra, Chris Sheridan Hoops. Pop was just in here. He said either you move it or you die, talking about ball movement. Is ball movement as important to you guys as it is to their team? They don't have a LeBron James.
It is. We're built a little bit different, but we're built on player and ball movement. It's just in a different way, and you'll hear both sides saying that throughout the course of the series when you're able to get that movement or you're not able to get to it. And obviously, we don't take it for granted for having an end-of-possession weapon like LeBron.